I am CPA Wangeshi Warue, the founder, director, and the CEO, Bright Steps Car Hire Services. I'm also a director at Vision Institute of Professionals, where I am in charge of the internal audit. I'm also a tax consultant and a certified auditor under Wangeshi Warue and Company. Now, I'm here to tell you more about myself, and I'm here to take you through the journey of where it all started and where I'm heading to and where I am at this very moment. I was born in Kirinyaga, Kutus, that is Kirinyaga County. I schooled at Kirinyaga Township, went to Kabare Girls, then from there to Presbyterian University, and currently I'm doing my master's in tax and administration at Kenya Revenue of School Administration. It has not been easy, but all I can tell you, it requires you to be very passionate with what you want. People know I'm a go-getter. I don't stop at anything, and I don't believe anything can weigh me down. And also I believe what a man can do, a woman can even do it better. And that's why I'm here today, an everyday woman, to tell you more from where I started to where I am right now. So for car hire, I started it in 2018, June 2018. And the reason to why I started that, like I said, I'm a tax consultant. I started as a freelance accountant. I didn't have an office. So I was just running to people, asking them here and there, consulting with the auditors who were running by then. So I happened to find someone who was running a car hire business. And in his office, I happened to find that the demand was too high and he was not even able to satisfy the demand. So I felt there was a gap. And from then I decided I will try it out. But before I did that, I talked with several people who really discouraged me, telling me a woman cannot run a car hire. But like I said, I believe what a man can do, a woman can do it better. So I sat down and started to do a lot of research about the car hire business. After doing my research, I found that many car hire starts and they do not go beyond the third year. And I wanted to know why. So through my research, I felt it's something I can do. I looked for a system developer. We sat down with him where we developed a very good contract, very good system, and I decided to begin. Surprisingly, I wanted to begin car hire. I didn't have an office. I didn't have even any furniture. I just went to Paramount Plaza because that's where I schooled at when I was doing my CPA. And I remember there was a lot of space. I went to the landlord, talked to him. I didn't have even money to pay for the rent. So what I did, I talked with him and I told him I didn't have money. But he told me he cannot give me an office. But I promised him within no time I will pay him. I believed in myself because self-belief in business is very key. So I believed I have what it takes. So after sitting with him several days, he agreed to give me an office. And for the first month, he told me, I will not charge you. So I had to look for furnitures here and there, started the car hire. I had a system. I only had one car, Suzuki SX4. I didn't have any other car. I talked with a friend who gave me another one car, so I had two. I started my business. I started marketing myself through Facebook, talking to friends here and there. And by the end of the month, I had like 4 vehicles. And I was able to pay for the rent. I was able to convince the landlord I was the best person to hire the property. And through his support, I started running the car hire. Car hire is very challenging. And I know you've heard from people that this is the business that have the biggest risk. I'm at the biggest risk. You cannot run it just like that. There is something that people don't know about car hire. A lot of challenges, a lot of risks. I think car hire is the most risky business one can do. Reason being, if a criminal feels like committing a crime, they always run to car hire. They want to hire a car, you're going to steal with it, you're kidnapping, you're doing other things, drug trafficking, they always look for car hires. So at least with time, I've tried to mitigate these risks. And before I started, I had known about the risks involved and I was able to know how to go about it. There's a time I had lost a car. Somebody came, hired a car, said they are going for burial, but surprisingly, he went and missed, and we could not find him. We could not trace the car. They had removed the car track, and we had to involve the DCI. They swung to action very fast, and we were able to recover the car. By the time it got lost, it was KCR, but when we recovered it, it was KCL. They had even interfered with the engine, the chassis number, and everything. So car hire is very risky. Somebody goes, there's a time I was woken up at night. I'm told, I'm Inspector Ochieng. I'm calling you from this police station. Do you know this car? Yes, I know it. We have it here, and it has 7 sacks of bang. You can imagine somebody went to do drug trafficking with my car. What do? You just call him, tell him, keep the car, I will come tomorrow, I will sort it out. What helped me out is because when you come to hire a car from us, number one, we will have to vet you. We will have to go see where you work. We have to go see where you stay. We have to get your original documents, that is your national ID card. We have to get your valid driving license. We have CCTV footage, and we have to take your photo. So when we have all that and present it to the DCI, getting you, it's very easy. So that's how we have tried to come up, trying to mitigate any risks that may come our way. Sometimes somebody hires a car, goes knock somebody, runs away. All that now is brought back to us. You're the owner of the car, you are the one who has this car, so you have to solve it at your point. So what I'm trying to say, car hire is a very good business, but at the same time, very risky. Number two, the cars that I use, they are not mine. I hire them from people. And I discovered that in business, integrity is key. And for me to be where I am today, to be the leading car hire in town, it is because of my integrity. The moment you bring car to me, I'll make sure on the day that you have signed, your check is in the bank, which many people don't do. So what I would tell people, if you're running any business, not only car hire, but any business, integrity is key. Always make sure you use what is yours. Do not use what is not yours. Pay people what belongs to them. If it is your employees, encourage them and motivate them, and you will grow. And like I said, I'm also a tax consultant, and that aspect has also really helped me grow as an entrepreneur, because if you're not giving Caesar what belongs to Caesar, you can't go very far. So if it's KRA, give them what they need. If it's the city council, give them what they need. Make sure you are running your business on a very straightforward way, so that in future you will not find yourself struggling because of things that you didn't do right. So I want to tell women, wherever you are, don't just stay there thinking there are no jobs. Ama thinking hii kazi ni ya wanaume. In this era, there is no job for women and men. You can do anything. If you are passionate about anything, you can achieve it. And I always say, where there is a will, there is a way. You can achieve it. You can get it, that which you want. After I ran car hire and I reached a point I felt that my managers, my employees can run it even without my presence, I now entered into wholesale business. And that wholesale business, I started it during COVID. People are complaining that COVID has come, we cannot do anything. But I had to think very fast. And I always tell people, it is all in your mind. The way you take things, I was telling my friends and my employees today morning, I was telling them, any challenge that comes my way, I always opt to get a positive thing out of it. Instead of now sitting down and saying, now this is the end, that's not Wangeshi. What I do, I always pick the positive thing from it. So when COVID happened and people could not hire vehicles, Nairobi is locked. You cannot get out of Nairobi. So I asked myself, then what next? These are vehicles I have. I need to pay the owners. I have employees. I cannot just release them just like that because there is COVID. What next? Very fast I thought of, whether there is COVID or not, people must eat. And very fast I thought of, I heard that vehicles which are carrying essentials like food were not locked to get out of Nairobi. So very fast, I went to industrial area. I called one of my drivers, let's go to industrial area. We started going to every shop. He didn't even know what I wanted, but I told him, I'm looking for a rice mill. We got one. Then I went to Kikuyu, looked for a space. I got a space, fixed a rice mill. Immediately we went to Mwea. I come from Kirinyaga, like I mentioned earlier. We went to Kirinyaga, got rice, and we started rice milling and started delivering to people. We could go to Roiro, go to Tawala, go everywhere within Nairobi. And the demand became overwhelming. So the vehicles which were not hired, we used them with my employees to deliver rice to people. So that COVID, which would have made me now shrink and say that it is the end, it made me think wider. So I started the rice milling. On delivering rice to people's homes, they are asking, you don't have sukari, you don't have unga, you don't have, I thought now, this is another opportunity. So this opportunity created another for me. So I started a wholesale business and a retail. But I say, as I'm climbing higher the ladder of success, because this is not the end. I have so many businesses in store. I have so many ideas. Like now, next week, I'm starting PATE, Practical Accounting and Tax Experience, which will be running. The office is ready. We'll be starting on 7th. So what I'm trying to say, you all have it. Everything is in your hands. But why are you sitting on that? Why are you always expecting, or you looking for a job to be employed where there is a lot out there? Women, it's the time you wake up. You cannot just sit there and wait for someone to provide for you. It is the high time you stand up, create job employments, employ people also as a woman, and make this world a better place. For example, right now, I feel very nice if I'm able to pay school fees for someone who is not able to pay. I feel nice if I create employment to somebody who was almost giving up. So as a woman, I will really encourage women to wake up, come sit down with us. You know, I always say that in every group, in every interview I do, in everything, I always tell people, come, let's sit down, let's talk. And not only women, even men, you can also do it. So I think this world has a lot, and especially in Kenya, there are so many job opportunities, but usingoje the white collar jobs. Ingia huko chini. Kama sasa with my team, that's what we are arranging. There is a woman we are going to help at Kawangware on Friday. Alikuja hapa, she talked to me, and I felt this woman has a very great idea. And she was telling me, I lost my husband. I'm like this, and I'm like, so you're like this what? You have to provide to your kids. What do you want to do? And she told me, if you buy for me a trolley, hii ya kusukuma ya Smoky and my eye, and maybe I get stock and like 2,000, I can start off. And I was telling my people here, that is not much. And that's what we did. We are buying for her, go and let her move. And with time, we go checking whether she's doing it. So do not just sit there and wait for people to come help you. Go out there and let your heart, your passion, your everything. You know, people say I'm a go-getter. Yes, I am. I am a go-getter. And if I find out opportunity, I don't let it go. I always pick it and move with it. Yes. People may not know, but for me to be sane, to be the way I am, to run all the businesses that I do, I have a therapist where I always go pour out anything that I feel like. And by the time I'm leaving that place, I feel like I'm now a renewed, energized person. So you cannot just stay there and think you're the best. Anytime you feel like, or anytime I feel like there is something dragging me down, I readjust very, very fast. I don't let something keep me down for so long. Something may happen and you feel this is the end. But what I do is I breathe in, breathe out, take my time, and then get out of that person a renewed person. If you can only know what you have, it is the power of your mind, your mentor. Sometimes I tell people, run your business with your head, not your heart, because emotions sometimes may run you down. But I've tried to make sure, for me to be focused, for me to have that thing that I'm very passionate about, at least that's number one. I have to ensure that my mental stability is number one. Number two, I always pull people up. When I'm going up, I go with people up. I don't leave people down there. Even my staff can tell you. When we do a better business, maybe this month business was good, like in the month of December, Kahaya does very well. I always remember them. We sit down and we share whatever success we celebrate. And I feel like I've achieved a lot. So what I can say, as an entrepreneur, you do not run that business alone. God put you there so that you can also remember people are down there, because there was a time also we were at the down. There's something I didn't even tell you how my background was, a story for another day. It was very shaky and nobody thought we can be somebody in the future. The moment you understand who you are, the moment you know it is you to write your success story, you go very far. And like I said, in the moment, sometimes you may find, I've seen even many businesses collapse because maybe you are doing very well and then your spouse comes in and you are not even able to do anything. And we have been taught you are there together for better, for us. So you find maybe you even give up a very good dream because of somebody. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's bad to work together, but what I'm saying, the moment you know who you are, the moment you know your purpose is to help other people, the moment you know that you have you have a kingdom inside you, the moment you allow that come out, I'm telling you, you will write a story and help other people write their success story. As a woman, I'm here, and I always tell people, watch this space. I'm not giving up anytime soon. I'm a go-getter. I really work hard, and I know as time goes by, you will see what I'll be unfolding. That's the self-belief. I really believe in myself. Self-belief ni kitu ya maana sana pia, even as you're running your business. It's not easy to run many businesses, but the moment you are passionate, you love yourself, you embrace people surrounding you. If you feel this is negative energy, unaiwacha very fast, because you can't afford to waste time with something that is not helping you, something that is not helping other people. You go very far. I want to talk to everyone. If you don't have a mentor today, very important to look for one. I know I have girls. I told you I'm a lecturer. I lecture taxation. And I have so many girls, not only girls, even men, gentlemen, who come to me and look up on me and ask me some questions here and there, and we walk with them together. Like I will be holding, in my house, I have like 6 girls who will be coming to visit me. And we talk about life generally. And what I learned is, for me to be how I am today, I have mentors. Not one, not two. I lost one mentor who was my business mentor. He's the one who has mentored me. And I remember the first phrase I hear people talk is the first person to tell me. He was telling me, Wangeshi, if you work with 5 millionaires, the most likely scenario, you will be the 6th one. So from there, the opposite can happen. So it is also very important to look at the people who you are working with. Having a mentor, sometimes you may think you are doing things right, but it is the same mentor who will tell you whatever you are doing is not right. You are heading on the wrong direction, because you are accountable to that person. And it is important also to keep opening up to them. They play a very big role, because some people fail because you don't have mentors. You always think whatever I'm doing is right. Whatever I'm thinking is right. Whatever I have, it's mine. But when you have a mentor who tells you, this is the way, don't follow this, endelea hapa, whatever you are doing is okay, you can do better, you can achieve more, that is the role of a mentor. And obviously, mentally, spiritually, I also have spiritual mentors, spiritually, business-wise, everybody surrounding you. You can have one, you can have two, you can have 3. And every time you find me sitting, sometimes I even call, namwambia, Dad, I want to take you out for lunch. Tunaenda tunakaa chini. I tell him, I'm planning to do this and this and this. Na ananiambia, no, can you first finish this? This one, haijafika mahali nafa. Once you're done with this, you can now, at least they give you direction. Do not always think that you are the monopoly of knowledge. You can never be. When I wake up, the first thing I do pray. There is power. You feel like you're getting that energy. So I always pray and tell God, I'm committing this day before you. And then from there I come. I do workouts only three times in a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. I come, go to the gym kidogo, do gym, and then from there, from gym, then I come back to the office. I always start from the car hire business. Reason being, there are so many transactions here and there. And since I cannot do it in the evening, I come to the office, look at the previous day's transactions. I look at all of them. We do reconciliation with the accountant. Then after that, I now plan my day. Sometimes I have a class in the morning, but currently I've tried to reduce the classes as much as I can because I have a lot. Currently, I have so many cases to handle at KRA because we have so many cases here and there. And I told you those cases, I'm the one who can handle that. So from the gym to the office, from office, I go to class. Maybe I lecture, it's only two 3 hours, I'm done, go back to the office. I told you I'm in charge of internal audit at Vision Institute. I have to call my assistant, sit down, look at how the performance has been for the previous week. Then from there, you will find me maybe at Kirinyaga Road, you will find me at Isili, because I have to source for spare parts and everything. So from there, I go back home in the evening at around 6 to 8. Sometimes I go even to the house at 9, because if I finish an evening class at 7:30, negotiating the traffic jam, I'm in the house at around 9. But for Sundays, that is my day with my kids. I'm always out with them. I'm a mother of 2, a boy and a girl. And growing up was not easy. It was not easy at all. But I'm happy for that background, because I feel it has shaped the person I am today. My parents separated when I was in class 4. And we were left with our grandma. She's the one who was taking care of us. And finishing my class 8, it was not easy. Grandma didn't have money to take me to school. My mother had left us. My dad was a DDO, daily drinking officer. He didn't even know what you are eating, how you go to school. It was I and Shosh. Clearing class 8, I was best in Kirinyaga County. But unfortunately, I had no one to take me to school. People were just sympathizing with you, but there is nothing they can do. They considered us so poor, so there is nothing they can do for us. So, like I said, I'm very ambitious and a go-getter. Something in me was telling me I will be a great person in future. That's why I'm saying the power of your mind, the power of your thinking, it is very, very crucial, very, very important. I believed in myself. Even at that very deplorable situation, I knew one day I will be a great person. So after class 8, I've performed the best person in Kirinyaga. I was advised we can go to another school in Meru. It is schools people who are needy for free. I went there, did an interview. But I was told you have performed very well, but the condition is for the first year, you have to pay for yourself. And then from there, we pick from there. Did I have anybody to pay for me? No. So what I did, I had to look for something to do. So the school I was in talked to the director and he was like, you come repeat. And I was wondering, even if I repeat, the story will still be the same. So I decided, let me look for something that I can do to help myself and also my siblings. So that's how I came to Nairobi, looking for a job as a house help. But when I came, the first family I was taken to, they had a house help. So they asked me, why do you want to work as a house help? Because they were saying the one they had was very troublesome, so they were looking for somebody else. So they told me, no, we will take you to school. So they told me, now we don't have any money. I had carried everything, my results, my letters from where I was to be admitted to school, because I was still believing something great is coming my way. So that's how my story was published in the newspapers, news. And by evening, people had contributed a lot, which even after I went to school is the money that took me to college. So that's how I went to school. So in school, even the directors could see this girl, there's something in this girl, because you can see somebody who is very passionate, somebody who is giving yourself, doing everything that you will also see. So they saw what was in me. By the time I was finishing my CPA, they called me, come, we want you to come for an interview. We want you to teach quantitative analysis or management accounting. Because every time you are doing an exam, I'm topping nationwide. I'm topping. I'm in the newspaper. So they told me, come, you can teach this unit. But my heart was in taxation. So I told them, I don't want quantitative analysis. I don't want management accounting. I want taxation. That's how I started lecturing. And started now this passion of being a tax consultant. Like I said, I am a freelance. I started as a freelance tax consultant. So that's how I started my journey.